Life is fantastic. Life is wonderful. Yeah. I don't know if any of you have seen what's going on in India, but there's a massive protest. So anyway, Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So there's a massive protest in India with the farmers, and it's some laws came about which basically the same kind of thing that's happening here. The only difference is we're right. So we're businesses. So all little businesses are told, no, this is what you can do and this is what you can't do. And these are the prices you have to sell your stuff at. So these farmers are saying, I don't think so. So anyway, a couple of 100,000 got together in India. And it's the spirit that's being communicated that I wish to share with you. So you have, and most of these farmers are elderly individuals, as we would see them today. And you have this morning, I think I was told, a 94-year-old woman drove a tractor from Punjab all the way to Delhi and gave a garland to her grandson and said, look, if I'm back, then you give me this garland as a celebration. If I'm not back, then you make sure that you send this garland with my ashes. But it's the spirit that communicates, no, I am putting up with this. And that momentum has now grown to such a level that what began from kind of North India, Punjab, now all sorts of people are coming together. And what's wonderful is the very police who are brutalizing them at times, although they've backed off now, were being fed by the farmers. That's a whole new way of protesting. With those who oppress you, when they're injured, you go and feed them. That sends something to do with common humanity. And that's what I keep bringing ourselves back to. Common humanity. And what those farmers have lost, I mean, you just don't want to mess people with North India. Just don't want it. Because it's a different spirit, right? It's a different way of dealing with life. And they have a different worldview. And the only time, it's 19 times that the Punjabis have marched from Punjab to Delhi. And twice when they did it in this manner, one was to get rid of the Mughal Raj, and now this is the second time. Because there comes a point where humanity is defined by what you do when the other is oppressed. Oppression. That's all I'm talking about. Oppression. Oppression. If we think about where we are now, the kind of mindset is now quite, not quite confused, it's confused, has no idea what's going on. Don't know what's true, don't know what's not true. And we said this confusion is increasing and will increase. And engaging in this confusion will bring you pain. Doesn't matter which way you go. Have to have some trust now. It's that spirit of trust. Trust yourself. Trust what feels right. And I guarantee you, every one of you, every one of us has a choice. And when we exercise that choice enough times, we create the reality. When you exercise that choice. But if we are coerced, but we know, and the British mindset is a very polite mindset. You don't like arguing, but you like complaining.
Yeah.
No, it's true, isn't it?
It's the weather that does that.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? It's not like, and there are some communities that are really vocal, right? Get it over and done with and forget about it. And but the British are very polite. Even when you are being taken for a ride, someone jumps the queue. Taken for a ride. You've been waiting for ages. Yeah, this is just on a bigger scale. Just on a bigger scale. And you have to ask yourself questions now. This has been going on since March. We did an event on Sunday with for young children, and the response and also what's going on out there is completely outstripping all this mania about the virus. Suicides. I've had to speak to 2 people this week. Both of them have been subjects where someone close to them have committed suicide. Didn't have that as much. So I think there is a narrative that needs to be opened, and no one's allowing you to talk. Because the moment you open your mouth, you're a conspiracy theorist. You say something on Facebook, fact checkers. You only need a fact checker when you know the truth is there. So you can't think the way you're supposed to think. I mean, surely this must be seen as some level of tyranny, some level of oppression. If I'd never known another way of being, I wouldn't have questioned this. If I was born in this kind of lifestyle, I'd take it for granted. But you know different. You know different. And I think this momentum that is gathering in the around us. So I mentioned India, but I mentioned there are many countries that are erupting. There is a level of change that's going on. And it's going to get a little bit more, certainly for the next few months. Because this energy that we spoke about in March, from a fear place, it's starting to now saying, no, we need to question some of this stuff. And when you question this, there is oppression. There is a reaction. So, how we go forward is to reduce the impact on our health. Because the most valuable thing that is going to become increasingly valuable is going to be your health. Give you a scenario. Remember the days when you could go into work with a bit of a sniffle? Yeah? Or you could go to town and, buy a packet of tissues. Yeah? We took it for granted. Now, if you have a sniffle, you're going to think 3 or 4 times before you leave the home. Because the moment you have a sniffle or a cough, how everyone just turns at you. Have you noticed that? Everyone's jittery, fearful. And the more you engage, the more fearful we become. So the kind of mindset, and this is why meditation is so critical. But I think there's another dimension to your meditation now that's going to become more apparent. And this dimension is to do with your spiritual state. And I'm not talking about religion. I ain't talking about God. I'm not talking about priests. I ain't talking about any of that stuff. I'm talking about you. When you recognize that you are a happening in existence and have been granted this great opportunity to be conscious of the change that's going on. I mean, how lucky are you? And you can participate. The more we believe and think and talk and communicate about that which is being foisted upon us becomes our reality. The more you disengage from that, the less it's your reality. And it's important to disengage for that very reason. If you don't want it, disengage from it. If you don't want it, disengage from it. Don't fight it. Don't try to change it. just disengage, because that's how it works. The whole thing works at an emotional level. We get engaged in emotions. Emotions is what makes you move. And at the moment, everything is very emotionally charged, right? Our expectations are that the next, look, I would anticipate that this kind of space may remain for a few months yet, right? I'd anticipate that. I'd anticipate maybe about 6 months. I'd anticipate that with all the Brexit stuff going on, there may be some problems with the just-in-time system, and therefore some of your supermarkets may not have the basics. May not. But I would anticipate that. I wouldn't wait for my government to save me from what I've seen from them. I'd anticipate that as this energetic space is changing and the resonance, the earth, what is it called? Schumann resonance? The way that the earth vibrates. Well, it's increased, I don't know, 300, 800 hertz. It's just increased over the last few months. Why? Because there are energetic changes going on. And that's what we're communicating with you, everyone. And the next phase begins from the 14th, from our understanding. And from the 14th onwards, till around the 21st, 22nd, when this conjunction's going on, there will be quite an impact on everyone. Look, the moon impacts the tide. 90% of you is water. So don't you think it impacts you? It's just common sense, right? So I'd anticipate people getting a lot more confused as we approach Christmas. All of that confusion and all of that fear and change is impacting everyone. And therefore, have compassion, right? So when they lose it a little bit, they don't really mean it, right? Remember that. They don't really mean it. But people will react in ways when they feel so emotionally constrained. So the meditation that we keep bringing back to is to give you the health space, bringing back to is to give you the health space, words you want to use, your own recognition of what you are. Not what anyone's making you, not what you believe, not your color, not your gender, no nothing. This consciousness that doesn't switch off. Doesn't switch off. Can you stop yourself having an experience? No. Even when you're not having an experience, it is an experience of not having an experience. That's what we are. Get caught in the mind, and you get caught in the politics, and you get caught in the drama. Become aware of that unchanging part of you. You begin to tap into something new, new possibilities. And that's what all of this is taking us to. All this change is bringing humanity to its senses. But it's just going to take a little bit of a shake-up, because you need to make sure you see what you don't want to repeat again. Yeah, like First World War, Second World War, had to learn from that. But then you forget. And now we're going to be taught again. And it's okay. Because as we learn, we realize what we don't want and what we want. Humanity evolves like this. Have trust in yourself. Have trust. All will be good. All is good. Yeah. What we see as our pain today and suffering today, in time will tell you, best thing that ever happened. But at the moment, it may seem a little bit shaky. Don't allow the fear to coerce you into taking anything. Yeah. Don't allow fear to dictate which way you're moving. If you're doing something because you're fearful of losing a job, then that job is more important to you than your life. Evaluate the situation. right? Becoming aware of our mind, and this is what meditation is about. It ain't about chilling out. That's just a side effect. It's about awakening to what we are. And it's seeing the illusions for what they are. What we consider to be objective reality, all this, the moment all these relationships that everyone has, the moment you close your eyes, where does it go? Go. Don't take that which is impermanent as reality. Don't mistake that which is impermanent as real. Make a mistake. We get caught up in the illusion. So, part of the talk always is to give you a little bit of insight into where we feel things are moving, see them for what they are. The best approach, in my opinion, is make sure your meditation's increased, make sure you're able to sit in silence, particularly the coming week, and try not to make any decisions. Nothing major, right? Just chill out, sit back, let the show begin, because now we're going to another act. And this act is now, it isn't just a virus that's going to kill you and you have to stop breathing and but now you have to inject stuff in yourself. It's taken another phase. Let's see how far we can push people before they say, no, I don't think so. Right? So do your research, lots of good information sites, share what you have. But remember, what's the price of your freedom? We all have to make a choice one day. And this is probably the time we've all been graced to make that choice. Isn't it? We've been blessed, really. Otherwise, we wouldn't have. It's like wake-up call. Unless you wake up, you just go in life dreaming. Yeah? Attached to things that are pretty meaningless, really. Life is meaningful, but we make other things meaningful. We take more care of our mobile phone than ourselves. We get anxious if we can't find it. Yeah, just think about where we've got to. So you can see how this is bringing us to our senses a little bit. Yeah, change our attitude, change your perception that you see. Changing the way you look at something changes that which it is. It changes what it is. As soon as you change your attitude and your perception, that which you're looking at changes. Yeah? Look at it as a blessing. Best way to do it. So, shall we get into our meditation? Yeah, ready to roll? So I thought today maybe what we do is we go with our regular meditation, but instead of, and maybe get some heart coherence in there, some just heart coherence work, just bringing the mind, the emotions, and physiology aligned. So there are two parts to the meditation. So, and then maybe Push can also do the go towards the end. Yeah, I'll tell you. All right. So as usual, intention is simply to become present. Eyes are closed, mouth is closed. Pull your shoulders back a little bit. And as you breathe in, bring your focus to yourself. So try and get a sense of your whole body as best as you can. Now take a moment to notice what you're thinking. What kind of thoughts you're having. And as you breathe in again, once again, coming back to your body. And if you were to scan your body from the top of your head, gently down, all the way to your feet, see if you can notice anything dominant in your body. Like a tightness, an ache, a pain, an itch. Now bring your focus to the chair that you're on, and notice that there are sensations where your body makes contact with the chair. Take your focus to those sensations. As you breathe in, bring your focus upwards so you become aware of your hips and your pelvis. And on your next breath out, bring this focus down your thighs towards your knees. From your knees, move your focus down towards your ankles. Notice your feet. Notice the full soles of your feet. Bring your focus back to the chair you're on. And as you breathe in, bring your focus slowly up to your lower back. Next breath in, bring this focus up towards your middle back. And while as the breath comes in and the breath goes out. Bring your focus up towards your shoulder blades. Notice your shoulders. And as you breathe out, bring your focus towards your elbows. Slowly moving towards your wrists. Notice the palms of your hands. Bringing your focus to your fingers. And then bringing your focus to your eyes. Notice that your eyes are closed gently. Notice the darkness you can see. Allow your eyes to relax and soften. Bring your focus to your mouth. Notice your tongue. Allow it to soften. Notice the roof of your mouth. Notice the sensations within your mouth. And then gently relax your face. As you breathe in, once again becoming present to your body as best as you can, just sensing your body, sensing you. Notice how the body feels so still. Bringing your focus now to your chest. How does it feel? Does your chest feel open or does it feel tight? Just the intention to smile can help you open this part of the body. How do you feel right now? Do you feel settled or do you feel unsettled? Is this moment comfortable or is this moment uncomfortable? Is this moment enough? Just this moment. On your next breath out, begin to listen to the sounds around you. When you're ready, slowly bring your focus just beneath your nose and begin to notice your breath. Allow your breath to breathe by itself. And all you're doing is simply watching the in-breath as it comes in and the out-breath as it goes out. If your focus has drifted, you started thinking about something, or my voice has distracted you, notice the distraction, go back to your breath, holding your focus just beneath your nose with a little bit of effort, allowing the breath to breathe by itself. Stay with your breath. Notice how the breath breathes by itself. Bring your focus now to the start of your in-breath, end of your in-breath, start of your out-breath, end of your out-breath, as best as you can. Noticing the start of your in-breath, end of your in-breath, start of your out-breath, end of your out-breath. Now bring your focus to your out-breath. Follow it all the way till the end. Notice when it finishes, there's a tiny little gap. See if you can notice that gap. Allowing every out-breath to sink you deeper and deeper into this moment. Following your out-breath all the way till the end. Stay with your breath. Stay with your breath. Notice how you're breathing now. How does your breath feel? Stay with your breath. Allowing every breath out to move you deeper in this moment. Does your breath feel slow or does it feel fast? Does your breath feel long or does it feel short? Stay with your breath. Does your breath feel cool or does it feel warm? Now bring your focus to the sound of your breath. Listening to the in-breath as it comes in, listening to the out-breath as it goes out. Listening to the in-breath as it comes in, listening to the out-breath as it goes out. Stay with your breath. On your next breath out, begin to listen to the sounds around you. Just being open to the sounds around you. And we're going to use each bell to move us deeper and deeper into the silence at the end. So just follow the bell as best as you can. Gently bring your focus back to your breath, allowing the breath to breathe by itself. And now we're going to look at the experience itself, the of this moment. Notice there's no start and there's no end for this moment. It's an eternal moment of now. Notice if it feels peaceful, calm, settled. Notice the silence. All of this is within you, nothing outside. Notice the stillness, the timelessness. Notice the silence at the end of the spell. That stillness, that silence, that peace, that safety, that stopping. That's all you, all me. This is our subjective self, not the drama of the mind, not the drama of the emotions, not the drama of the body. On your next breath out, expand your awareness so you become aware of your whole body again. Notice you are still sitting exactly where you began. Notice the stillness of your body. Notice the sensations where your body makes contact with the chair. You can sense your thighs, you can sense your legs to your feet. Your back is straight, shoulders, arms, hands are relaxed and comfortable. Eyes are still closed, mouth is still closed, face is relaxed. Sitting with your breath. Breathing in, you can sense your body. Breathing out, you can sense your body. Breathing in, you can sense your body. Breathing out, you can sense your body. Becoming present with the body itself. Slowly becoming aware of your body. Bring your focus now towards your chest. Holding it there. And when you're ready, Place the palm of your hand across your chest. Left hand goes first for men, right hand for women. Placing the other hand on top. And begin to feel the hand against the chest. Hold your focus there. Notice the warmth of your hand. Notice the pressure of your palm. Hold your focus at your chest. Notice how the hands move with every breath. And you may begin to feel a sensation on the back too, directly opposite where you have your hands. Hold your focus at your hands, where they make contact with the chest. Your face is relaxed. Your focus is on your chest. And you note how the chest moves as the breath comes in and the breath goes out. And there are sensations within the body. Hold your focus at the hands. Allow the breath to breathe by itself. Allowing the breath to settle. For the body to feel comfortable. Slow your breath down a little bit. A deliberate intention to slow your breath down. Just a tiny bit. Slow your breath down just a little bit. Breathing that slow breath in, breathing that slow breath out. On your next breath out, see if you can slow your breath just a little bit more. When you're ready, bring to your mind someone that you love, someone that you care for, someone that makes you smile. And as you bring this image, memory to your mind, notice how the feeling in your chest begins to change. Perhaps a little bit of warmth. Perhaps it feels open. Perhaps it feels lighter. Once you begin to feel that sensation, as you think of someone you care for, you love, makes you smile, or simply bringing a smile to your face. When you're ready, slowly draw a slow, deep breath in. And when you're ready, relax. Allowing the breath to escape from your mouth. You can hold your hands at your chest and allow your breath to settle down, or you can move your hands down and come and sit with your breath again. Noticing any changes going on within the body, any sensations. When you hear the next bell, use this bell to draw a few deep breaths in, and in your own good time, gently opening your eyes. Thank you very much. See you soon. Thank you.